Hey, you guys, let's have some straight talk on friendships and relating with other people. So, there are a lot of things to consider in who we want to be friends with. Like, do we have things in common? What kind of life do they live? And so on. And that's all really important. However, I'm going to give you one more thing to consider, which has to do with intimacy, vulnerability, and ability to self regulate. And specifically, I'm going to talk about the ability to deal with your avoidance and your abandonment. Because I believe that people, in relating to other people, can be firmly centered, which few of us are. And then we can lean between a little bit to a lot avoidant and a little bit to a lot abandoned. And in any relationship, this will come up a lot where you either feel smothered and you want to run away, you feel overwhelmed by the person, or trapped or smothered, like they want too much from you, or they're just annoying you, just want to run away, or they somehow you feel disrespected, dishonored, dismissed, you feel abandoned. Now, they could actually be, smothering you or abandoning you, or it could just be a story. The key thing here is this is the really helpful part, and something I've been working on myself is to realize, am I being avoidant with this person? Do I feel abandoned by this person? Can I bring myself back to neutral and express what I feel? And that really is a big key in any kind of a relationship. I think this comes out a lot in like dating things when people are like, why didn't he text me back? It I hear a lot of abandonment there. Like, I need this person to text me back. We have to be able to soothe our abandonment. Or the person who's doing the ghosting is probably avoiding someone. Now, it's easier to be avoidant than to feel abandoned. When people feel avoidant, they are just like, they just push everyone away. And I tend to be very avoidant. I like to have a lot of time alone, and I realize when people want to talk to me or reach out to me that I don't want anything to do with them, and I can feel my avoidance. And so I try to lean into it and question it and realize what I'm experiencing so it doesn't rule me. But then I can also feel abandoned when I reach out to someone and they don't get back to me and I'm waiting, especially if it's a guy. I feel so vulnerable, or I feel so disrespected, and I feel abandoned. And then I realize I am feeling abandoned here. How can I soothe and calm myself? So this is a very, I want to say, a higher level amount of emotional regulation, because it requires knowing, am I being avoidant or do I feel abandoned? So just realizing that is, like, for me, is something I've only come upon lately. And then how do I deal with that in myself so that I can be an active, healthy participant in my relationships? So that's just really what I wanted to point out to you guys, because um, without the ability to regulate this and to stay in center, it's impossible to have a relationship. People are just going to, the tendency for the people who feel abandoned is to either cling closer or to just push someone away. I feel abandoned. I don't want to I don't want to be friends with you anymore. Or the avoidant person saying, I feel too smothered by you, you feel too needy, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. So I'm just inviting you to see where some of this could be happening in your own life, because I have seen this come up more lately in my own life. I think that when we make friends with people, we have to look at all these things. Like, is this a person who knows how to emotionally regulate? And sometimes people are willing to put in more of an effort for a friendship, but if they can't regulate, they're not able to really maintain it. So I'm learning a lot about how to make better choices with my friends, and how I can be a better friend. So that's just what I want to share with you guys today. I'm calling my channel Sharzad Morgan Straight Talk, and this is my straight talk. It's going to be, like sharing general things without getting into my personal life, and giving you things that might be helpful for you. So I'm interested in your comments. Have you noticed yourself feeling avoidant with a friend, feeling abandoned by a friend? And then how do you regulate yourself? And how do you decide if this is a friendship worth keeping or a friendship you just don't want? And happy Mother's Day, everyone. To all the moms out there.